What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Aeronation. Make sure everything's working. All right, sweet. For some reason I'm an idiot. Hold on, we gotta switch. There we go. I fixed it. Anyways, welcome in, everybody. Glad that you're all here. Today, obviously it's Monday. Hope everyone has a good week. And before I do anything else, I need to get the background music going. Alright, there we go. Alright, now we're good. Anyways, welcome in, chat. Good to see you. The Great Wah, glad you're here. Today, we'll be mainly talking about Xbox as they've re-imported their rakes. And there's some other stuff going on at Xbox that we're going to talk about. And then, obviously, I try to end things on a positive note. So, I did find a positive article for us to end on. And then also, too, there is some big channel news that I will be revealing later on in the show. So make sure you stay tuned to that. And if you are new around here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel out immensely. And with all that out of the way, again, thank you all for being here. And we're just going to jump right into it. So, first of all, over on Eurogamer, this is an article by Robert Purchase. Sorry if I butchered your name, buddy. Let's see here. Xbox reportedly stopped signing third-party Game Pass deals. A blip or a bigger change? Microsoft might have hit pause on signing any more third-party Game Pass deals. Presumably, it's doing this while restructuring Xbox, as it's reported to be doing. But will it open the checkbook again after? The news comes from Helldivers 2 boss Shams Georgiani talking on a podcast he co-hosts called The Business of Video Games, episode 59. Georgiani was at a trade show in Italy recently and heard that, quote, word on the street was that loads of people who were in the frame for Game Pass deals, i.e. nothing was inked yet, but the deals were in advanced discussions, everybody got the rug pulled out from under them. Quote, I don't think Game Pass is over, given that the new incoming leadership have talked a lot about Game Pass, Georgiani added. I think they're on pause. I think they're figuring it out. That's my read anyway. For the time being, it seems like Game Pass deals. We just did one at Caboodle earlier in the year, and I get the feeling that we might have been one of the last ones that did, end quote. Xbox is currently being, quote, reset by new boss Asha Sharma, who took over in February from Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond. One of her first big moves was to significantly discount Game Pass, most notably dropping the Ultimate tier from £23 a month to £17 a month, which it went from, I think it was $24.99 and it dropped to $22.99 over here in the States. The trade-off being that Call of Duty would no longer be included from day one. But Game Pass seems to remain a key part of the business. The Xbox Summer Showcase in June consistently reiterated the Game Pass availability of games being shown. And as Xbox pivots back to exclusivity being important, some strong Game Pass signings could present an alluring attraction. However, Xbox is also feeling the pressure to return to profitability after spending exorbitant amounts acquiring game studios, the biggest among them Activision Blizzard, for an eye-melting $68.7 billion. Perhaps it's too expensive to keep paying out for the third-party Game Pass games. Maybe it's more cost-effective to shrink the net and focus on access to the homemade games instead. Yeah, so with this, I don't know. Like, it's someone within the industry saying, this is how I feel, this is what I think is going to happen, but nothing concrete. So I really don't. It doesn't really make much sense for them to put third-party Game Pass deals on hold, but at the same time it does, because they are, restructuring the company. And yes, Great Wah, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps out a lot. Appreciate you for saying that, the Great Wah. But yeah, I don't like. I could see why they would do it, because right now, like I said, they are restructuring, so that in itself adds a lot of chaos to the mix, and I could see them potentially putting a temporary hold on third-party gets for the time being, because I think they already got stuff going into 2027. So it's like, well, what are they going to do? But like I said, I genuinely, I personally think that if any of this is remotely true, it's more than likely going to be just a temporary pause on the pipeline, not a all right. Well, we're done. We're not taking any more, y'all. So that's a wrap. We're done. Like I said, I genuinely think that it'll be a time limited thing. It's not going to be a long drawn out ordeal. But then again, it's Xbox, so at this point, who knows? Who knows? Well, people at Xbox know what they're doing supposedly. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got on this aspect of the overarching Xbox topics that we have today. And this last line goes right into the next topic we're talking about. Meanwhile, most recently, Xbox substantially increased the price of his Xbox Series X SX consoles. The new price will come into effect on August 1st, which that's going to be the meat and potatoes of today's thing, because I have some thoughts on this, but we're going to go over to Xbox Wire. And this is... who posted this? Oh, they don't even name anybody. Okay, well, this is over on Xbox Wire. Let's see here. Updated Xbox console prices. Effective August 1st, 2026, we'll be updating prices worldwide. The price of the Xbox consoles will increase by $100 for 512 gig models and $150 for 1 terabyte models. We will also be sunsetting our 2 terabyte models. Last October, we increased Xbox console price by $20 to $70 in the US. We hoped another price increase would not be necessary, and we have spent the last several months working with suppliers on options. Unfortunately, console storage and memory prices have increased by more than 2.5x, and we expect another doubling by the fall of 2027. The entire consumer electronics industry is struggling with the current component crisis, but the effects are particularly hard on consoles. Unlike phones, computers, speakers, and other consumer devices, consoles are typically not sold at a profit, but instead for less than they cost to make. Today, we are also sharing programs to make Xbox consoles more accessible. Buy now, pay later. We've made it easier for players to use buy now, pay later options on eligible Xbox hardware purchases through Microsoft stores, making it possible to break up your payments into predictable short-term interest-free installments. Interest-free financing. We are working with partners to let players purchase eligible Xbox hardware at 0% APR financing for up to 12 months, giving players more flexibility with lower monthly payments and more budgeting control. Previous Play consoles. We are working with retail partners on new programs to provide previously Play consoles at lower prices. Players who are ready to upgrade or no longer use their console will be able to trade it in with participating retail partners for cash or store credit. Those consoles will then be made available at lower prices for players. Certified refurbished consoles. Xbox certified refurbished consoles are available at Microsoft stores for up to $100 off MSRP. Wow! Xbox Series S remains the lowest cost way for console players to enjoy the biggest hits this year, including Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, Gears of War E-Day, Grand Theft Auto 6, Halo Campaign Evolved, and Madden NFL 27. Alright, so yeah, this is the thing I said. I have a lot of things I want to say about this. So first of all, this is BS. I'm at the point, I don't care. I do not care how much this stuff affects these companies. At the end of the day, these are multi-billion and some even trillion-dollar companies that are sitting here nickel and diming consumers for reasons. Well, we know the reasons. The money has to keep going up and up and up and up and up. If it's not doing that, shareholders aren't happy, investors aren't happy, therefore the CEOs and upper management of these companies are not happy. And I think they're getting to a point where they're tired of taking losses on hardware. But it's like, well, nobody's going to spend $1,500 on a console. Not saying that any of them are going to cost that. But, I mean, we're already seeing it with, what is it? One of the handhelds. I forget which handheld it is, but one of the handhelds recently came out or is getting ready to come out. And it's $1,500. We literally just talked about it on an episode a couple weeks ago. I think it was the MSI Claw, maybe. It was either that or it was the it might have been the Intel. I think it was the Intel handheld. But still, these price increases are ridiculous. I don't understand how they think that a $800 console that came out 6 years ago at this point is going to do anything. See, Great Wall, I think it was the MSI, it could be wrong. Yeah, I know it was one of those two. It was either the MSI or the Intel one, but I can't remember the name of. But $800 for a 1 TB console that came out 6 years ago is preposterous to me. It makes no sense. Like I get like them not wanting to lose a lot of money, but at the same time, it's like, dude, you're the company, you're the manufacturer. Like, why can't you eat some of these costs instead of passing literally every single thing that ends up costing you more money, even to the point of their own pitfalls? We, the consumers or the customers, still have to, we pay for all their mistakes. We pay when they win, we pay when they lose. When do we win? That's my whole thing. Like, when do we, the customer, win? Like, I'm sick and tired of all the smoke and mirrors of, oh, well, we're doing this or we're doing that. It's like, but what are you doing for me besides price gouging the crap out of me at every conceivable turn, except Game Pass, surprisingly? Like, I'm very grateful that I have a Series X, so I don't have to endure these price increases. But for people that were, just holding on until, your Modern Warfare 4, your GTA 6, stuff like that comes out, and they were waiting, thinking the price would go down, but the price is just up, 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 up. That's all it's done. The price has just gone up. Because I think right now they're at what, $450 for the Series S, and then the Series X was like, I think it was 600, something like that. I could be wrong, but I know it's pretty close. And then now here we are. Series S is going to be $500. Why? Who is greenlighting these decisions? I mean, obviously Asha Sharma is ultimately doing it, but it's like, I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with all these console manufacturers, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. And even, I mean, Steam's not a console manufacturer, but still, you can put them right there with it because they're just as guilty as the rest of them at this point. Like, the Steam machine being $1,049 and having the performance of a PC that you could build that costs like $700, $750, and it would still outperform that thing. Like, you're paying for a form factor, but it's getting to a point where it's like, okay, I don't care about the form factor. I care about price. If it's costing you this much money to get your device into a box that small, ditch it. Make it bigger. Do something different. Clearly, the form factor is, in my personal opinion, I think the form factor is part of what's hurting the Steam machine. Because it's like they tried to cram as much as they could into a form factor that was as small as they could possibly get it. And it's like, well, now besides the RAM and SSD issues right now, that's it. But yeah, I think this isn't going to move the needle for them, like, at all. If anything, well, it is going to move the needle. It's going to move it back into a more downward trend because nobody's buying X. I mean, people are buying Xboxes, but it's not like back in the day where Xbox, like with the 360, where they were selling like thousands of consoles a day, essentially. But I'm really starting to believe this whole Rampocalypse thing is just a facade from these companies to milk more money out of people. I'm beyond tired of hearing about Rampocalypse. I'm tired of hearing, oh, well, it's the AI bubble. Oh, well, it's data centers. Oh, well, it's this. Oh, well, it's that. How about you just pull your head out of your butt and just be pro-consumer for once in your life? You ever think about that? That's what I would do. Like, granted, you're never, as a company, you're never going to be able to 100% please every single one of your customers, but you can at least put forth the freaking effort. I'm sorry, that's just how I feel about it. And like, again, that goes for all of them: Xbox, PlayStation, and Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. They all need to do better at this, because like, I don't understand. Like, they keep reporting that sales are going down of Xboxes, but yet here we are, almost less than a month away from another price increase on the hardware. And I mean, granted, it's happened across the board, but again, something's going to have to give where these companies just eat the cost. Somebody's going to have to do it to get the prices down and to get everything back to what it needs to be. I don't exactly know how they do this, but at the same time, it's like, something's got to change. These prices cannot keep climbing like this. Like, especially when the new consoles come out, I still think people are going to have a sticker shock if they see $999.99 on the ad or the box or wherever they're at when they see it. People aren't going to be willing to pay that. It doesn't make, especially in today's economy, it does not make financial sense to go out and buy a box that isn't giving you what you want, and it's gatekeeping everything. Well, not really gatekeeping, but basically making it harder for you to access things because everybody wants their 2 cents. It's ridiculous. It really is. But, and then this whole buy now, pay later, like, I have a sneaky suspicion that they're going to bring back the, I literally just had the Xbox One Pass, or whatever it was called, where you get the console and 2 years of Game Pass, and it's all bundled into one monthly cost. I got a feeling they're gonna be bringing that back, because ain't nobody, most people aren't even going to even think of buying a $1,000 console. They'll stick with what they got. If they're on Xbox One, well, guess what? They're gonna ride it until the ship goes down. Even if the ship does go down quicker than the transition between 360 and Xbox One did, because the Xbox One generation has had a long life cycle. Like, this year specifically is first year Madden and Call of Duty, they're saying bye-bye to Xbox One and PS4. And it's like, all these things are happening, and it's like, the more you look at it, the more it's like, this just smells like it was concocted, like it was designed to function this way. Because you got GTA 6 coming out in November, you got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 coming out in October, you got Madden coming out, I think, in August. Every single one of those games, all these price increases are just so happening to hit right before all these games come out that people are going to want to play that are only on the latest generation console. It's ridiculous. It really is. But yeah, like, I want to like Xbox, but then they keep doing crap like this, and it's just like, I step back and I'm like, you're a $1 trillion company that can't eat cost. How did it come to be this way? That's my genuine question for Asha Sharma and the higher ups at Xbox. It's like, what are you doing to make it better for the consumer instead of just protecting the bottom line? Which, you know, end of the day, I get it. Business got money. Business got to make money. If they ain't making money, then they're not really a business. They're teetering on being a charity. So I get it from that aspect, but it's like, at the same time, that's not how this works from the consumer side. From the customer standpoint, whatever word you want to use. But yeah, that's really all I got for that. I think the price increases are disgusting, and I don't think they needed to do this, but here we are, and they're doing it anyways. But with that being said, though, today's gonna be a little bit of a shorter episode. Wasn't really a whole lot of gaming news going on that everybody and their brother hasn't already covered ad nauseum. This probably, but I felt like this was really important and I needed to get my thoughts out on it. But just to end things on a little bit of a positive note, over here on Windows Central, this is by Cole Martin. Spyro is back with a new game, but the team bringing him to life had to overcome a near collapse to finish the project. Toys for Bob was on the chopping block at Activision. Instead of being shut down, they escaped the Call of Duty machine and went independent, proving there is another path for other Xbox studios at risk of closure. Oh yeah, let's see here. The Great Wall. Xbox will need a lot more exclusives to sell more Xboxes with the price increase. Honestly, my opinion, I don't think any amount of exclusives is gonna make anybody justify spending $800 for a game console. I think parents are even gonna be like, why do you need that? Like, all you play is Fortnite and Minecraft. Why do you need the new thing? Oh, well, Call of Duty's out of it. Oh, well, I guess you're just not playing Call of Duty. Sorry. And I think that's where a lot of I think this holiday season is, we're going to see if that holds true or not. I have a feeling that it will, but, you know, the future's untold. The Switch 2 is looking pretty good price-wise now. Yeah, to be completely honest, yeah, because they went up, what, $50? That's $500, but they still have the bundles, though, right? Like, the bundles are $500, if I'm not mistaken. And you get, you can pick between 3 games. I think it's Mario Kart, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and then another one. I don't think it was one of the Zelda games. But yeah, I don't. As much as I hate to say it, I could even see PlayStation before GTA comes out going, "Oh hey, guess what? Our prices have gone up again too." Oh, that's I keep forgetting about that. Thank you, the Great Wall. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. In my brain, the price change has already happened because they discontinued the Mario Kart Edition bundles, but then they just put out a new bundle that's, oh well, you can pick one of these 3 games, which I think that's a really cool concept that Nintendo has started implementing. See, bundles from Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, or Pocopi. Thank you. I don't know why I keep forgetting about that one. Maybe it's because I haven't played it and my wife hasn't gotten it, because she decided between that and Tamagotchi Life, and she went with Tamagotchi Life. But yeah, I could see PlayStation bumping up their console prices again, because they changed their prices, what, 2 months ago, maybe. It was either this month or May that they did it, so within the last month or two. But I could easily see them doing it again, because I mean, just like that one article we were looking at with the console prices for Xbox, they're already talking about the price increases. I was trying to thought where I was going with that. Anyways, yeah, the pricing. I could see PlayStation jacking the prices up right before GTA comes out, because they know, because it's not on PS4. So what are you gonna do if you want to play GTA 6? You're playing it on PS5. Go get one. The Pro may hit 1K for Sony. That would be crazy. That would be insanity. You know what? Now that you say that, it actually puts it into perspective. It's like, we're actually on the brink of $1,000 game consoles. Not top of the line, just $1,000 take it or leave it. That's the box. You either get that or you get nothing. It's like Nerf or nothing. Yeah, the Pro being $900 is just ridiculous. Like I genuinely hope people aren't buying it for that, but we all know there's people that are buying them, and not just on the PlayStation side, Xbox, across the board. Like, I mean, look how fast the Steam Deck sold out when they restocked it and jacked the price up almost $300. It sold out almost instantaneously. It's like I can't comprehend it. I really can't. But like I was saying, we can finish. Well, actually, Great Wall, you got anything else you want to say about the console prices? That's my bad. I should have said something in between segments. But yeah, I could see them. I could see the PS5, the base model, being $650, and then the one with the disc drive being $700 to $750, and then the Pro being $1,000. But yeah, anyways, back to this article. Toys for Bob was on the chopping block at Activision. Instead of being shut down, they escaped the Call of Duty machine and went independent, proving there is another path for other Xbox studios at risk of closure. Which, I didn't know that, but I thought that was kind of cool, which, you know, kind of shows that this, kind of like how the rumors are that, like, what is it? Not Telltale, the ones that make, Psychonauts. I don't know why I can't think of, the name of the studio. Double Fine. But I mean, look at Double Fine. The rumor is they're trying to find a buyer, so they don't just get shut down because Xbox is kind of washing their hands of them. But I'm right. This story is really cool because Spyro basically went from, or Toys for Bob almost went from not existing as a studio at all to basically running with Spyro, and it got them out from under Activision, got them away from Call of Duty, and they were actually able to make they're in the process of making this, which makes me so freaking happy. Like, also too, I think it's the first time that we've actually gotten like an adult Spyro. Like, I know in the PS2 games they kind of like teetered on he's a teenager, he's almost an adult, but I don't think we've ever gotten like adult Spyro. And it looks like we're getting that with this. And the fact that we're not gliding, we're actually able to fly. That's awesome. See, I didn't play Kiln, but that had a bad rep in the media. Hopefully they can find someone to buy them. Yeah, and that's the thing too, especially with Double Fine. I think that they deserve to exist. I just think that I think Xbox started treating them like a AAA studio and was expecting AAA quality out of them. And they've always been AA at best, indie preferably. I played Kiln, and it's one of those games where like I could see why people like it, but at the same time, I could definitely understand why people did 1-2 matches and then hopped off and have never touched it again. I'm one of those. I played a couple matches and I'm like, this is okay. I mean, probably great for kids, but there wasn't enough meat on the bones, I guess is what I'm trying to say with Kiln. But Psychonauts, like, they need to make another Psychonauts. That's what they need to do. Like, it's cool to make these artsy fartsy games, but if they don't hit, there's no point. Start the music over again. Yeah, we'll keep reading this though. The 2026 Xbox Game Showcase was undeniably back. That's not what I wanted. Here it is. Toys for Bob unveiled Spyro Realm Beyond, a flashy cinematic trailer complete with a tease for our hero's newest abilities. Goodbye, gliding, hello, flight. Spyro can be seen soaring through the air with his new skill, freely flying through the arches of a bridge and collecting orbs in the sky of the beautiful, color-saturated world, where the danger of a dark and mysterious big bad lurks above the clouds. I'm trying to find... Oh, here it is. But the successful revival of Spyro almost didn't happen. Toys for Bob had to return to its independent roots after being targeted for closure by Activision to give its beloved purple dragon his big boy wings. I don't know why that makes me laugh seeing that. He got his big boy wings. Anyways, the path forged by Toys for Bob, avoiding closure and spinning out to become an independent studio that continues to work in partnership with Activision and Xbox to publish its next game, could prove to be the solution that just might save studios like Ninja Theory and Compulsion Games, which are rumored to be next on the chopping block under the new Xbox CEO Asha Sharma's quote reset. Yeah, that is pretty funny. He's growing up. Yeah, and also too, I don't think these studios realize, especially like PlayStation to be more specific, I don't think they realize what a gold mine that they're sitting on. PlayStation specifically, like Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, SOCOM. They have all these games in their back catalog that they have not touched in over a decade. Some of these games haven't gotten a new release in almost 2 decades, which is insane to me. Like, I know, granted, I'm a huge Jak and Daxter fan, so I'm a little bit biased, but at the same time, it's like, those were good games. Why? Like, I understand why they stopped, especially with Jak and Daxter. The last game they made, it wasn't good. But also, it wasn't made by Naughty Dog. It was made by another studio. I believe that was Sanzaru Games is the one that made that, if I'm not mistaken. But like, Toys for Bob bringing back Spyro, bringing this Spyro game. I think depending on if this game sells well, I think we might see a platformer renaissance, and that would be amazing. I'm here for it. I miss platformers. Like, I miss the simplicity of just exploring a map, running around with some type of cartoony companion and obviously cartoony art style, and just running around and experiencing the universe that's been created. I don't know. Me personally, I miss that. High Impact Games, thank you, Great Wall. Yeah, Sanzaru Games is the one that made, I believe they made the PSP version of Lost Frontier, if I'm not mistaken. I know they worked on, the newer Sly Cooper game. Hey, Pushing Polygons, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. But yeah, I just miss the platformers. That's more specifically the late 90s, early 2000s platformers. And I can't even, like, also too, PlayStation, bring back Parappa the Rapper. Like, why can't you do that? They own the IP. They did the PS4 remaster that's now apparently only playable on PS4. It will not let me do, it won't let you download it on PS5 whatsoever. This is only playable on PS4 when you go to download it, which is kind of ridiculous. But yeah, that's about all the news that I had for this week, unless y'all had something else before I get to the channel announcement that I have. I'm pretty excited about, pretty nervous, pretty excited about. But we'll get to that if y'all don't have anything else to add to the news for this week. Can't think of anything? Alright, well, in that case then, let's hear the news. So, I've been asking around, and I have decided to open up a Patreon. So there is a Patreon now for the channel. I will be doing a monthly stream of a random game that's in my library that I haven't played or haven't really spent a lot of time and spent under, we'll say an hour or less of playtime in total. And I will be doing a stream a month for those that want to actively support what I do here. And there's 2 different tiers. Literally, the only difference is the $10 tier, you literally get shouted out whenever I make content. So to take care of that, because 2 people have already signed up, and that would be Seth Monsters and 78 Inc. Thank you guys for being the first members of the Patreon. But like I was saying, I'll be doing 1 stream a month, and the only difference is the $5 tier and $10 tier. $10 tier is solely there for people that genuinely just want to support what I do. There's literally no difference between the 2 besides the shout out thing. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I wasn't expecting to instantly have people wanting to support, but it's really cool seeing all you guys kind of rally behind me, and it makes me feel like I'm doing something. I'm doing something for the betterment of society, to whatever the small extent that change could be is. I still appreciate it. But yeah, the Patreon is live now. It's linked down in the description below, and I'm working on getting it posted to where you can just click like a little Patreon button or something, but I have to figure all that out. But like I said, the Patreon page is live. Also, I do want to make it known, do not feel like you have to support what I do. I am perfectly fine with people just wanting to chill and hang out. But for those, because I've had several people say, hey, we want to support, how can we support? And I've just been telling them, just watch the videos, like the videos. But I think the Patreon thing is going to be a pretty cool thing. A pretty cool thing, and I wanted to be doing more stuff with it, obviously, as it grows and the channel grows. But yeah, let's see. Getting back to enjoying games is a good message to push. Yeah, and that's kind of like my whole thing. It's just, you know, as much as I enjoy covering gaming news, I also don't want it to be a doom and gloom loop, and all we do is talk about everything sucks, nothing's exciting, everything's boring, we have nothing to look forward to. I don't want to live in a world like that. That's just me. But I want to put more good out. I want people to see the cool things that everybody's doing, because there's a lot of people in this community that do different things. There's a lot of people in this community that are content creators, and we're all just trying to push each other onward and upward. And I think that's the main thing I'm getting out of it as a benefit, is I'm just enjoying talking to different people that like different things and enjoy different aspects of different things. And it's really cool to see. But like I said, though, I'm not going to be every 5 seconds, oh, join the Patreon. Not gonna be doing that. But like I said, it's there if you want to support the channel. Again, it's not required. It's not you better do it or else. It's there if you want. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had for this week for the news. We will be hopping back into Deus Ex Human Revolution. We'll be hopping back into that on Wednesday. I'm not sure if we're going to be continuing that one after Wednesday, just because of the graphical issues and the stuttering. It's kind of giving me a headache now. Let's see here. Pushing polygons, do it, or the robots are coming for you, thanks to Asha Sharma. Now, you could be right. You could very well be right. But yeah, that's, like I said, though, that's pretty much all I had for this week. I appreciate all you guys for coming out. The Great Wall, pushing polygons. Appreciate you guys immensely. And, you know, one more time, just again, the Patreon is there if you would like. Other than that, though, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you are new and have not hit the subscribe button yet. You can catch me tomorrow at 4 p.m. over on Ion Storm's channel, co-hosting Gaming News Live. And then, like I said, we'll be gaming on Wednesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If you ever get confused about what time I'm streaming, I actually have it posted in my bio now. So y'all can always know when I'm streaming. And yeah, I think we're going to get out of here now. But again, appreciate every single one of you guys for coming out here. And I will catch y'all in the next one. God bless, guys. Peace.